Malarkey Zone!
What? Have we changed our name?
Yes, we've changed our name. So according to the group, there were better suggestions for GMZ other than Good Morning Zonpok, and one of them was Grim Malarkey Zone. So we're trying.
I quite like that. I feel like this is more accurate as to what we're like as a group. We cause a lot of malarkey, and it's grim.
Yes, and there's an area which we could designate a zone. Yes, I do get it. But however, my OCD does not allow me to continue this conversation until I've said the words. I must say the words. Are you ready?
You must say the words.
Good morning, Zonpok!
Good morning, Zonpok. I'm Bex, and that was Mark, and we are GMZ.
GMZ.
Yeah, that felt so much better.
We are GMZ, as in Get More Zippers. Great Montezuma!
Genitals mangled in my zipper. Gorilla Minge Zealots.
Gimp Mask Zulus!
I quite like Max's. It was probably a little bit long for an introduction, but it was German ability miscalculations equals zombification, which I just thought was brilliant.
Would you like me to try it?
Go on then.
German ability miscalculation equals zombifications!
Oh, I thought you might have passed out at that one, to be fair.
I nearly did. I nearly died.
You nearly did.
Let me see what else there is. Guilty Man Zone! Yes. I do have a guilty man zone. It's currently
Guilty man zone.
always guilty.
All men have guilty men zones.
It's very guilty. Look at you. Look at me. Don't stare at me, you guilty little man zone.
Don't stare at my guilty man zone.
You're judging my man.
Stop judging my guilty man zone. It's not been in front of a court. You shall not judge.
It is my guilty man zone has been tried in front of a court of its peers, who all stared upon its eye and looked in its eye and judged him as guilty.
My man zone shall not be pleading guilty.
My lord. Yes, my lord.
My lord, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? Not guilty.
I think, Bex, we've milked that joke. You know what I mean? We've taken that joke, we've grabbed it by the udders, and we've milked it.
Milked it like a man zone?
Yeah, yes! Well, just when you thought there wasn't a drop left in the udder of joke, we managed to squeeze one more little bit.
Just squeeze a little drop.
Little bit,
out.
Just running down my chin. Just a little bit of cream just running down my chin.
A little bit of man zone cream.
Ooh, just down my chin. Lovely. That's nice. I think we've milked that joke. What are we doing this week, Bex? Where are we? What are we doing? What's happening?
Basically, we've not done a podcast for a couple of weeks.
No.
Shitty life has got in the way.
Yes.
I'm dead stressed. You're dead stressed.
Yes.
So we just thought we'd come and just chat shit on the internet like we normally do.
Yes, we should.
We've not got an interview this week. We're hopefully going to have an interview next time we come on.
Yes.
Because again, life gets in the way. We schedule interviews, life gets in the way. It's no one's fault. It's just that life gets in the way.
Yes, it does.
So we just thought we'd chat shit.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right.
I have a zombie fact.
You have a zombie fact. Oh, bless.
But other than that, we can just chat shit.
Okay, cool. We'll get to the zombie facts in a minute, but I feel like
that's fine.
Before we
you
get
just
to
poo-poo my idea.
Sorry, no, I'm not going to poo-poo. I do not wish to poo-poo anywhere near you.
Poo-poo?
Yes, I do not wish to
poo-poo.
poo-poo. I cannot poo-poo while you're looking at me. That is weird. Don't look at me. I need to poo-poo. Don't even talk to me. I'm poo-pooing.
So this reminds me of, because a couple of weeks ago you sent me a link to one of the podcasts we'd done in the past with Peter McKinnon on it, and it was just because we were going to interview Peter McKinnon, but then again something happened and we couldn't interview him in the end. But I listened to that episode back, and that episode had us doing some kind of like improvisations of people that had sent. So people had sent improvisation things into us, and we'd done them on the air. And that voice you've just done is one of the voices you did on the improv, and that's what's making me laugh. I've
only got 4 voices,
and one of them is, I think, a gay stormtrooper, which I think is what that one was.
Oh yeah, the poo-poo voice. Yeah,
yes, that was the gay stormtrooper voice.
Bless you. Don't look at me while I'm poo-pooing. Yeah, gay stormtroopers. Don't you fire your laser at me, you naughty Jedi. Oh, he's got a big bright sword. It's pink.
Yeah, it's definitely your gay stormtrooper voice.
Yeah, it's my gay stormtrooper voice. But then, I understand. As some type, because I said this at the time, it's probably not politically correct to be a gay stormtrooper, but you know, like I think in this.
Why can't stormtroopers be gay?
Well,
LGBTQ plus in all fields of anarchy. I think.
I don't even understand why stormtroopers have to be humanoid. Why have they all got like an arm on either side? You know, they come from a universe where there's infinite different possibilities. Why do they have an arm on either side?
Well, maybe they need one arm to have the lightsaber and the other arm to wank the boyfriend off. I don't know.
It's all about reach arounds, isn't it? That's what it is in the stormtrooper life.
It's all about reach arounds. You kind of need two arms for that.
And an Allen key to get in. I've got the wrong size hex bolt. Get yourself down to IKEA.
Just wait a minute while I get my IKEA flat pack out.
Oh, get you with your IKEA flat pack. That's a lovely one, that. So yeah, what was we talking about? Oh yeah, we was talking about the group. So the group's been really active recently, hasn't it? There's been lots going on. It's great,
I love it.
Yeah, it's been very, very entertaining and exciting, which is nice. To
the point where I can't actually keep up with it. I feel like I'm not actually commenting on anything, but I literally can't keep up, and I've got so much shit going on that even commenting on all these Facebook posts it's avoiding me.
But you know what? I've been keeping up because I was saying to some other of the group members the other day that I have so much real world stuff going on that sometimes I need to go where everybody knows your name. You know what
GMZ
I mean?
Is that?
Yeah, that's my cheers place. You know, where everybody knows your name, and then I walk in and they're like Norm, and then I sit down on a bar stool and I chill out for a bit. You know, and that's.
See, I find that people on the group still call me Rebecca.
Yeah.
Because that's the name of my Facebook profile. Because I can't change it to Bex because Facebook won't let me.
Yeah.
Because it's not my proper name. So I do get a lot of, oh, hello, Rebecca.
Oh, hello.
But it's not my name.
It's nice to meet you, Rebecca. Come in. Have a seat. Yes, jolly good.
Oh, you're Bex. Oh, you're Bex.
Yeah, and because the group has grown somewhat over the last 6 months, not a lot of people know that we aren't married, so that's fun.
Yeah, or related in some kind of way.
Yeah, because we share a last name, people assume that we're married or we're related in some way, where in fact we live at different ends of the country and we have separate partners, and we don't even like each other. And
we've seen each other twice. And even that was hard.
And there's not even like a little bit of sexual tension there. I know it's not even like there's a boyfriend girlfriend. It's not like a Ross Rachel on off thing. It's like
no,
there's nothing. There's not. We like if we found out that we were brother and sister tomorrow, we wouldn't be surprised. We'd go, oh, that's not right.
But I feel like we're the same person, just opposite genders. This is it's really freaky.
I've got a penis and you haven't, and that's the only difference. That's it. That and you like pie sandwiches because you're from the north,
and you don't like chips and gravy because you're weird.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, the group's been very active, and we got that GMZ thing from the group, and I think I want to talk about some of the things that's happening in the group.
Okay.
Do you mind if I talk about a couple of the things happening in the group?
You talk about things that happen in the group.
Okay, so we have coming up, we have Weekend of the Dead coming up, but we also have arranged for the group a meet-up in London next March called the GMZ London Meetup, because I was in charge of name-making.
Yes.
So that's happening next March, so obviously
and that's
you're
why it's not good.
Yes. So that's happening next March, and everybody's welcome to come to that. Obviously, we're going to be at Weekend of the Dead in a couple of weeks. What else do you need to... Oh, yeah, there's a sexy leg challenge happening in the group at the moment. I'm winning because I have the sexiest leg. So that's happening.
That is debatable from the amount of comments.
Yeah, no, well, I didn't actually put my leg on there, but, if I did, I'd fucking smash it. I've got great legs. Have you ever seen my legs?
No.
No, you want to see them. Yeah, there's something to see. I tell you, there's something.
I'd stick mine on, but they're a bit hairy at the moment. It's just not a good look. They're in baggy pants.
Let me describe my legs to you. Imagine if you got a hot dog, smothered it in ketchup, and then dropped it on the floor, and it rolled like 400 yards across a cinema floor, picking up dirt and hair and shit, and then you picked it up at the end. That's what one of my legs looked like.
What's with the ketchup? Have you got some kind of eczema?
Well, that was the lubricant to pick up the hair and stuff.
The lubricant. You need some lubricant to pick up hair and shit.
Yeah, that's what that was. Yeah,
So have you got like an old lollipop stuck there and some bits of popcorn?
Yeah. That's where I haven't showered in weeks, so I've got things matted in my hair, and then I've got some some Klingons in the top of my crack, and then So you see,
stop.
If you saw that, you would want some of that. You would.
This is so why we're not married.
You'd be like, I want some of that, Mark, and I'd be like, no, Bex, no, you can't have any. Stick to your own. And you'd be like, no, I want some of that. Let me see. And I'd be like, no.
To be fair, that's not as disgusting as Lucan poking a poo yesterday. So
he poked a poo. What
he poked a dog poo?
Oh, with his finger or with a stick?
Yeah, no, with a finger.
Now he knows what dog poo feels like, though. So
I didn't. I was quite happy for him to not know that information.
Yeah, but children are inquisitive. They have to just know what things taste like, smell like, feel like. He's using his senses. He's getting adapted to his environment. I think it's a great thing. It's learning.
By poking a poo.
Yeah, and hopefully wiping it on you. That's. I'm encouraging him. We should go forward with this. So, what is your zombie fact of the week? What is it?
So, do you know what the top 10 safest countries are during a zombie outbreak?
No, I do not know what the top 10 safest countries are during a zombie outbreak. I'm going to guess that none of them are Britain or America. Is that correct?
You would be wrong. What would you think number one would be? This is kind of according to like geographic location, what the land looks like, how hilly it is or flat it is, like population densities, how many people there are, and also how their military are prepared for not zombies, because I don't think they're preparing for zombies, but like natural disasters and war and things like that.
Okay,
this is what it's based on. So what would you think was number one?
Number one, Russia. By the fact
Russia is actually number 4.
Is it? Yeah, because it's massive. They've got a big military. They're very practical people, aren't they? They know how to fix shit.
And so have you ever looked at a map of Russia on Google Maps?
It's huge. It's massive.
Well, yeah, but have you ever zoomed in? There's fuck all anywhere.
Yeah, great.
You've got one bit of concentrated bit up at the kind of top right, sorry.
Yeah.
And everything else is just there's a single road.
Yeah, it's
like abandoned.
All. Yeah. So you could go to Russia and you could live there and not see another fucking person for years. It'd be great.
As long as you don't live in the top right part of Russia, whichever part that is. I'm presuming it's like Moscow.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there. Avoid Moscow and you'll probably be alright.
Yeah, it's probably
But that's only number 4.
What's number 1 then? Tell me what number 1 is.
Number 1 is actually Australia.
What? That makes no sense. Have you ever met Australian people? They're
Can you
stupid.
imagine Australians in a zombie apocalypse though? They would fuck shit up.
Well, they're good at the practical thing, but if you're an Australian and you're between the ages of 18 to 25, you're just going to fuck around and get drunk the whole time, because that's all Australians I've ever met have ever done.
That might be a good thing, doing that. I don't know. But the thing is, you've got lots of Australia that is very, very uninhabited.
Yeah.
But it's also very... what's the word I'm looking for? You can grow stuff there. It's very...
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a temperate climate, so you can use it for growing stuff, and it's not, uninhabitable.
And I'm presuming, because I don't think Australians have got any qualms using weapons to smack people over the head with.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like they do. I think that's if a zombie came up to an Australian, they wouldn't think twice about smacking it in the head. They'd just do it.
I guess you have communities that are used to a rural location and therefore more independent. You have people who are used to being independent and living on their own and having a more independent way of life.
Yeah, lots of farms.
Yeah. So I get
that.
I can understand that. However, I do think there's a certain element of Australian people who will just get fucking drunk, and in the towns and the cities, they're just going to get drunk and they're going to fuck around and then just throw cans of beer at people.
So basically, you're going to have some kind of back end of Beyond farmer who's surviving.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll get those people. And I guess it's a bit like Russia. There's a shitload of it, isn't there? I mean, because Australians, they just live on the edge, don't they? It's like when you see Australia on a map, the edge
They live
bit,
all by the coast. In the middle, there's just fuck all there.
There's fuck all there. No one lives in the middle. There's just 4 Aborigines and a fucking
And a dingo.
A dingo just standing in the middle going, where is everyone?
Yes. Oh shit, it's related to the party. It's all by the coast.
Yeah. Okay, so what's number 2?
So where did you think, before I say your number 2, where did you think the United States came?
Well, I'm guessing number 2 now you've said it. And I guess because of sheer size, because of like the land mass, and because of weaponry, and because Americans prepare for zombie apocalypse. They literally wake up in the morning and go, is it the zombies today? No, it's not the zombies. I was looking forward to zombies.
I'm looking forward to zombies. So USA is actually number 3 and Canada is number 2. So they're kind of joined, so it's fine. We can kind of lump them into the same kind of category.
But then the Canadians would be slightly different, wouldn't they? The Canadians are not looking forward to it because that's a very unfriendly apocalypse. They would prefer a friendly apocalypse.
I feel like the Canadians would do something like The Handmaid's Tale, where they shut the shit down of their board and they're like, no, hang on, I am not affiliating myself with the United States.
Yeah, and they'd just be like, no, you want to go around shooting zombies, that's fine. We're just gonna shut the doors and we'll leave you to it, and we're gonna be what we're gonna be over here, which is like some sort of weird community. Canadians, yeah. But the Americans, like number 3, did you say they are number 3? The Americans.
So Canada.
Canada.
It's not a place.
It's a new country.
I was like Canadian, Canada. Canada's number 2 and USA is number 3.
Number 3. So USA. I think USA should be higher because maybe number 2. I think they should swap. Again, Canada is there by default, isn't it? Because of sheer landmass, the amount of room that you have to escape zombies. Plus, it's cold, isn't it? You could hide from the zombies and they'd freeze.
But I think this is what the appeal is about Australia, is because it doesn't get that cold, so you don't really have that exposure factor. It's always kind of warm.
Yeah.
I mean, if you went into the desert and didn't have anything to drink, you'd probably die. But as a general rule, it's probably warm.
But then they have fucking terrifying snakes and spiders and shit. So I'm going to Canada.
That's
thank you.
True. You're going to Canada. There was actually 2 on the list that were quite surprising, and I'm not 100% sure why they're on there.
Okay,
because I don't know much about them.
The surprising ones.
So number 5 and number 6 was Kazakhstan and Bolivia.
Yeah, Kazakhstan I get because, again, another remote part of the world that's huge, massive. If you look at it on a map, it's huge.
Is it? I thought it was really small.
No, Kazakhstan's big. It's like a big landmass, small population. So again, it's sparsely populated. Bolivia, don't know about Bolivia. I don't know a lot about it.
I thought Bolivia was quite densely populated, but I might be getting that confused with somewhere else.
Maybe we're wrong. Maybe there's like large parts of it that are like rainforest or something where you could, you could live. And it's massive. Because you have to bear in mind when you look at a map, like a real map, it's actually out of scale slightly, isn't it? The British Isles are massive on a map compared to like Bolivia, which is like 10 times the size. So they're never in scale. So yeah, they are interesting ones. Personally,
I thought that was just interesting. I still don't think Australia would be number 1.
No, I don't.
Sorry to any Australians that listen.
I would go to Canada personally if I could. If the zombie apocalypse happened today and I could, go anywhere I liked, I would go to Canada. I think Canada would be a great place. And the people look lovely there, don't they? They look lovely.
Yeah,
they're always
nice.
Always smiling, always being nice. That counts for a lot. We'd probably get kicked out after calling them all cunts, in the first week.
Yes, I don't think we'd last long in the kind of Americas because they don't like the word cunt, and I say it quite prolifically. Yeah,
I think, and obviously the Canadians being very polite and me being me, I think, both of us would be in dire straits. I don't think we'd last.
But maybe they wouldn't kick us out. Maybe they would be too polite to kick us out.
Or maybe, being that obviously they still have our royal family, I could convince them that because I'm, like a member of the royal family, and I could actually become their ruler, and then make them my slaves. I
don't think anybody is that fucking dumb.
Well, they are very polite people. Maybe they're not dumb. Maybe they're just going to go with it because they're too polite to say otherwise. Maybe. I don't know.
No.
I'm just guessing. That was your zombie fact of the week, which was like
I quite like that zombie fact.
It was interesting. It was a bunch of facts. So what's coming up next, Bex, in the world of GMZ? What's coming up?
What's coming up? So, as you said, we've got Weekend of the Dead.
Yes.
That's in a couple of weeks. That is is it the 4th and 5th of November?
Yeah.
The first weekend in November.
Yeah.
So you text me earlier and were like, what's the plan for Weekend of the Dead? And I'm like, fuck, that's in like 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. It really
because
is.
I hadn't forgotten about it. It's just everything's come along so quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will be a week into the dead. We're not really doing much. We're just kind of on a stall. We're going to flog some books. We're going to chat to people. We might interview some of the actors if Marcus deems us worthy, and we're just going to have a good time.
Yeah, I think my wife is coming. She might do some like zombie makeup and stuff. So
is she gonna do it? Is she gonna do
yeah,
zombie
she's
makeup?
gonna do it.
I so want zombie makeup.
So if you want to, if anybody who's a GMZ fan wants to come over and have a zombie makeup, just come over and ask Sue to do it. She'll do it probably. Sometimes you have to pay her money. But yeah,
I think she is worthy of money.
Yeah, sometimes
I feel like she needs to charge for her skills because they are very, very good.
She will also work for Fun Size Mars bars, but that's a different story.
Oh, who wouldn't work for Fun Size Mars bars? So they're amazing.
Bring a pocket of Fun Size Mars bars with you. And then
I will work for gin. I'll do a little jiggle if you give me gin.
I wouldn't start spreading those rumours.
Then.
If people are going to bring a bottle of gin and expect a bit more than a wiggle, if you know what I'm saying.
No, just one shot per wiggle. So
All
you
right.
give me the bottle, I'll do lots of wiggles. And I'll probably dance on a table.
Yeah.
And fall off it.
So where are we going after Weekend of the Dead? Where did we decide?
Have we decided we're going to go to Fab Cafe?
So we're going to go to the Fab Cafe and we're going to have drinks. If anybody's listening and you want to come, then just come and just introduce yourself and say, hi. How are you? And then we'll try and be friends.
And we'll be like, we're fine.
Wait,
and we'll pretend not to be awkward.
Yeah.
Even though we are.
We're the most awkward people in the world in real life, which is great.
I know. So how have we actually managed to do a social podcast and social events when we're both the most awkward people on the face of the planet? I will never know.
I think we kind of tense ourselves up like Cold Springs and then pew, and then just shoot off. And then we just do it. Like that.
Speak for yourself. I just kind of hide in the corner and go, hiya.
Hello. But Bex, you're not the easiest to hide in the corner, are you? I mean, like you're 6 foot tall. You generally have like bright purple hair or something.
Yeah, I'm not.
Your dress sense is not subtle. You don't, you're not known for wearing sort of a pastel grey or light shade. if you're wearing a colour, it's bright pink or purple or rainbow.
Yeah, this is true. I need to rethink my strategy in life, I think.
And then you hide in the corner. It's like, who put the unicorn in the corner? It's just Bex. Oh, okay, cool.
Don't you put unicorn in the corner?
Nobody puts unicorn in the corner.
Nobody puts unicorn in the
corner. Do you know, someone shared a clip of Dirty Dancing the other day on Facebook. And said, "Oh, this is the moment that all us men made us. Patrick Swayze made all us men look terrible." And I was thinking, what? By being a pedo? I don't think he made us look terrible.
By lifting a woman in the air?
No, he didn't lift a woman, a 15-year-old girl, into the air. And he was what, 42? That's wrong.
I mean, was she 15 at the time of filming? Was she 15 in the film?
The character was 15. She was still at school. Yeah.
Yeah, she was. But that doesn't mean anything because in America you stay in school so you're 18, so she could be 17. But even then it's underage for America, isn't it? Because the legal age is 18 in America.
Yeah. But I mean, whatever. She was proper young. He was proper old.
Yeah.
He was a teacher, right? She was a student.
Yeah.
Pedo. Yeah.
I forgot about that. I've only seen Dirty Dancing probably once or twice in my life, and it's been a very long time.
Yeah, I only saw it once. I must admit, my sister used to love it.
It's not a film that I really enjoy.
No, it's not for you, is it? When other girls were watching Dirty Dancing, you was watching Dawn of the Dead.
I was watching like Hellraiser.
Yeah.
when you had sleepovers.
Yeah. No one came to yours.
All these girls are watching like Dirty Dancing. I'm there with my friend watching Hellraiser.
It's like, we've got a sleepover tonight. Is it at Bex's? Yeah, we're not going. No.
We're not going. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Me and my friends used to collect horror movies on VHS, and we used to share them between us. But we never really shared. We never really cared for the ones that were actually scary. We always liked ones that were like ridiculous and terrible. So the worse they were, the more we liked them. Basically, that was our rule. So if they had really bad acting, really bad special effects, we thought they were brilliant because we thought we were cool kids. So we rebelled. Yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine you being a cool kid.
No, I wasn't a cool kid. I was the worst possible teenager in the world. I had greasy hair, and I thought I was the bee's knees, and everybody loved me, but they didn't because I was a douchebag.
bit like now.
Yeah, nothing's changed. Nothing's
Yeah,
changed.
no, it's
Okay, so we're doing Weekend and Dead in a couple of weeks. Like I said earlier, next March we're doing the London meetup.
I've booked my Airbnb.
Oh, you got an Airbnb. Oh, aren't you?
I have. It's in Canning Town.
Canning Town.
I'm going all London. I'm in Canning Town.
Do you know what? Canning Town's a bit posh now, isn't it? When I was a kid, if you come from Canning Town, you were a scary motherfucker. I used to tell you. Canning Town was terrifying when I was a kid.
Is it a bit posh now?
It's got posh in it because they're knocked all down.
It's still in the East End there. Still in the East End.
Still in the East End. It's just down the road to me. It's like 10 minutes down the road to me. So, but I'm actually staying in a hotel as well because, fuck it, why not? So,
Why not?
Yeah, so I haven't got to be at home, so I can just drink all night. So we're doing that in March. I don't know if we're doing anything over Christmas. I don't think so.
Hang on, haven't we got the book coming out? Haven't you?
Well, we have got a book
I've
coming
not.
out when I
I've
finish
not
the
got anything
book.
to do with
I
it.
haven't actually got a date on when the book's going to be finished. Maybe Christmas, maybe later, because, yeah, life.
Yeah, life.
So
Life's a bitch.
there's a book coming out, and then which is called Romance is Dead, which is the zombie romance stories. Then obviously the thing in March, and then GMZ Live 2019, which is going to be a bigger event in Manchester again, same as last year, but bigger and better. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we could sell a lot more tickets, and it's going to be a bigger and better event. And then in the future, we're going to make GMZ Live massive, and then we're going to take it on a world tour, and then we're going to retire, and then we're going to have to bring it back because we have another tour, retirement tour, and then we're going to have creative differences and split up, and then we get back together again.
I've not been informed of all this.
No, there's a long-term plan, Bex.
Okay.
I've got it scheduled out for the next 35 years. When
I'm just going to roll with it.
when me and you have an affair, that's really
Creative differences might happen a little bit sooner than you think.
the bit in the long-term plan, Bex, in the long-term future, when I end up in a coma and then you fall in love with my sleeping body, and then it's awkward between the families because you actually, you're not married to me, but everybody assumes you're married to me. Like the Sandra Bullock film, that happens to you, and then and then when I wake up, I reveal the truth, and then it's a big drama, and then it turns out we really do love each other. But then after that, then I'll realise that no, I'm actually mentally retarded, and I need to. I actually don't love you at all.
Okay. There's nothing I can say about that.
No.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, it's a long-term plan, Bex. I don't expect you
long-term plan. Okay, can you email me that long-term plan so I know what to prepare for?
I've got it in a spreadsheet. I'll send it over.
That's fine. Spreadsheet it over.
Is there anything else we need to talk about before we end the podcast?
I feel like no.
No.
I can't think of anything else that's going on at the moment.
Okay, so we will be back with more podcasts. I have set a task to our GMZ team. I have asked
like a crystal maze task.
Yeah, I've set them a task, and I know they love a task, so I've set the team upon a mission. I've asked them to find the world's finest zombie authors currently. So I know I don't want to say that the previous people we've had on are not the finest, because some of them are, but the world's best-selling currently, to find the best ones, find out who they are, and invite them to interviews. So maybe we're going to have some really cool people to do interviews in the future.
Or maybe they'll say no, fuck off.
Maybe that's always a possibility. But having said that, I do know of 2 interviews that we're going to be doing in the not too distant future. We've got David McCluskey to come on and promote his new book, which is actually coming out on Valentine's Day, but I'm not sure when he's going to do the promotion. Probably in the new year, I would have thought. But before then, we're going to do a special episode with Claire C. Riley, because the new Odium book is out. Odium 6, I believe it is. That's coming out, and I'm actually going to do a special episode, Bex, which I think would be really cool. We're going to get her on.
Awesome.
We're going to talk through the series, try not to give away too much, and this is exclusive. I haven't told you about this. She is going to give us an exclusive spoiler in Odium 6 before it comes out. So she's going to tell us a little spoiler from the book before it comes out. So if you want to know what happens in that book before anybody else, you have to listen to the podcast.
I'm excited. This is exciting.
It's very exciting. So yeah, that's going to happen. Right, so I guess that's it then. We're all done.
Yeah, we just thought we'd do a little short We're still here, episode.
Yeah, it wasn't that short. It was like 30 minutes. It was.
Yeah, half an hour.
Yeah, it's like really long. Very long. Yeah, it was good though. I enjoyed it.
Like
it was.
penis.
Did you say something about your penis?
No.
Oh, okay. So anyway, it was good. It was good fun. It was good having you here again, Bex. I enjoy your company. It's always a pleasure.
Why, thank you. I can't say the same for you.
I knew you was going to say.
I literally get, it's like a gun to my head.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Do you know it's funny, isn't it? Because every week I pay you a compliment, and every week you're a little bit meaner. Anyway,
you expect me to do less? Would you like it if I was being nice?
No, I wouldn't.
Would you?
No, it'd be unusual.
If I said, "Listen, Mark, these Friday nights have been the best Friday nights of my life, and I can't imagine my life without you."
Yeah, that is weird. No, stop it.
It's creepy, isn't it?
Stop
it's creepy.
it.
So just
Stop
fuck
it.
off, you cunt.
Oh, don't! I've got a pain in my colon now just because of that. Oh.
It was so sweet, it's giving you diarrhea.
It has. I got a pain in my colon because you was too nice, you weirdo. Right. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. Take care. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.